My dog ran off to the Bihano River in Primordia. Someone please bring him home. All the way up here. Okay. Oh, there's an item up here I need. Something. Ah, the ancient lures. Kind of convenient that they're around here, isn't it? So, there's a trailer. Might as well grab that. Whoop. The dog is just actually right here. On a cliff. I wouldn't say dogs are the best climbers, but whatever. Was that it? The cat had a whole quest. That was extremely basic. Let's grab these lures. Unicorn Rock. Sure. New area unlocked though. Wasn't expecting that. So I assume this does mean I've completed them and they're just re-showing up again for some reason. Because, especially this one, hunt 6 of the specific enemies. So I'm not going to care about repeat quests at the moment. Okay, the cat's still here doing the exact same motion. So it might be that the pets are locked to a single location. Might as well switch, because I think you might have to have it selected. And because I should do that anyways. Are you also going to be up here? Okay, where's the dog? Up on tower versus prone. Yeah, let's do that. That's fun. No, but really, where is the dog? Oh, over in here. That's fine. You have a ball of some sort? And you just rolled over. Actually, I have no idea what that object is supposed to be. But sure, there's a dog. Let's go view those hearts that required a dog. This little pup seemed lonely, so I took him for a walk. He wouldn't stop licking my face, and now it's all sticky and gross, plus it smells like jerky. Do you think, because there's multiple of these animals, that it's showing the one that I have selected in the dormitory? Or in the barracks? Because that could be the case. But that's okay, because he's so darn cute. The Blade barracks are way more fun now that he's around. I guess this one definitely is. Sure. Yeah, and I think he loves being here. Have you seen how hard his little tail wags when you come home? Hey, I have an idea. Tricks. Bet you'd be a great teacher, right? And it'll be easy with a student who's so eager to impress. Okay, so what trick do you want to start with? I guess shaking hands would be the most basic. We'll leave it up to the master. Uh-huh. That's funny. Not me, the dog! Seriously, this is how you think of me? Like I'm some sort of pet? That's unforgivable, Zombie. No, it was a joke. Maybe I'll be crepe from Rose Moss, that is. Then I might be able to forget this ever happened. Fine, fine.
You gonna let me rest or what?
Oh, it's you, Zombie. Don't worry, I ain't been in any fights today. Yet. Had the day off, so I figured I'd try my luck with the ladies and see what happened. It went terribly is how it went, but I think I got an idea that will help. I'm gonna draw my gun, maybe fire a few rounds in the air. Chicks love that. That is a really bad idea. Yeah. Well there, easy. Keep your fists down by your goddamn sides where they belong. And don't deny that you're about to punch me. It's written all over your face. Look, people do the gun thing all the time in the movies, right? Guess I just want to be a badass. What movies are you on about? Anyway, thanks for setting me straight. This is all Eleonora's fault anyway. She's the one who told me I should study up on Earth culture, even give me a bunch of movies to watch. What do you mean study up on Earth culture? You're human, right? You didn't lose your memories like I am supposed to have done, right? Unfortunately, most of them were old gangster flicks. Seemed like people walked around firing guns all the time in the old LA, yeah? Guess I just took a little more to heart than I should have. I'm gonna bitch at Eleanor right now. I'll talk to you some other time. I like there's the option to punch him in the face. Even if I didn't actually punch him in the face.
Hey, check this.
Mega info.
Hey,
Zombie.
what are you looking at?
Just who I wanted to see. That dog of yours was wandering around, so I tried to bring him back to your place. But then he started barking, growling at me like some kind of mad indigen. What the hell is wrong with that mutt? I don't know. I don't think training was a problem exactly. Oh, who am I kidding? This always happens, and must have hated me for as long as I can remember. No matter how nice I am, they always act like this. Never even gotten close enough to pet one. Oh, forget it. Just wish I could handle dogs the way you and Lynn do. You gotta teach me the trick. I mean, I'm an interceptor who squares off against indigens all day, you know? Can't be that hard. If I knew your trick, I'm sure I could win over at least one of the dogs in the city. Seeker's charge right at the dog while screaming. It's either gonna run away or attack you if you do that. Food, that's a great idea. Okay, I'll just give it the rest of my ration. Here you go, buddy. One dense, flavorless nutrient bar. Or it doesn't smell very good, or taste good actually, but it is full of minerals and junk. That's a bad idea. Like, you won't even touch it. I think he actually hates me more than he did before. I thought you were going to give him actual food. Damn it, I'm never going to be able to pet a dog. I just want to cuddle a pet once in my freaking life. Is that too much to ask? No, I have no idea how to help you. If you can't even manage to feed a dog, nothing I can. I don't know enough to be able to help. Hey there, zombie. Thought I'd take a breather here, but I can't relax with that damn dog wandering around. Now I don't have anything particularly against them. In fact, back when I was still a snot-nosed brat, I actually had a pup myself. But she died when I was pretty young. Of course, everything that lives will die one day. But seeing them just reminds me of how powerless I was to stop it. The more good times you've had together, the more it hurts to lose someone. Don't you think? Yeah. Even now, when I think about all the people we left behind on Earth... Never mind. No, that's not something anyone wants to talk about first thing in the morning. Well, this place is making me jumpy, so I'm going to head to the diner or something. That dog sniffing at my heels kind of bummed me out, but thanks for talking me through it. Anyway, see you around, zombie. God, this dog is getting around so many places. Hey, zombie, I was just checking out your pup here. I can't believe how real it seems. It's warm, has bushy fur, and feels really good to pet. And when you step on its tail, it barks and bites you. This is some incredible AI. Yep, real cutting-edge technology. It's almost in the same league as Skills. Well, wait, what if we put this AI into Skills? Oh, sorry, I just did it again, huh? Tika's on me about this all the time, you know. She says I'm only allowed to bring up the topic of Skills 5 times per day. Sometimes even I'm surprised about how obsessed I am with the little buggers. Back on Earth, I was just a normal military cadet who spent her time studying behavioral sciences. I guess it has been a pretty long road, huh? I mean, there were Skells back on Earth, but never had a chance to ride in one. And I wasn't exactly diligent about staying on top of my combat training. That was back then, though. Since we arrived here, I've been working really hard at it. Mostly because of how badly I wanted to pilot a Skell. But that's a story for another day. Let's chat later. I want to tell you the rest of my background and also hear about what you did back on Earth. So, to be continued. Catch you later. Does she think the dog is fake? Is the dog fake? Is she right about that?
Oh, hey.
Hey, zombie. This is your dog, right? Man, what a good boy. He's just letting me give him some lovin'. Okay. Or, you know, pets and stuff. I scratch under his chin, rub his belly, make his leg do that kicking thing. You know, lovin'. Okay, seriously, why do you give me that look? When I pass a dog that needs lovin', I'm not gonna leave him hanging. Yeah, I can't say I've ever used to be a huge dog person or anything. Pets are just so rare on here. Guess having pets around makes it feel like we're back on Earth, at least a little bit. They put me in a nostalgic sort of mood. Makes me think back to a time when my parents and brothers and I would play with our pets in the backyard without a care in the world. But I'm not really the sentimental type. No brooding about Earth is Lao's thing, and I don't want to step on his turf. But I guess there's a part of me that longs for Earth all the same. Alright, it's enough wallowing in homesickness. I've got missions to complete. If you ever get a line on a job with a big payoff, look me up. I've just had a revelation while looking at this dog. Will hear me out. Despite the valiant efforts of the Interceptors Division, Indigents remain as persistent a threat as ever. The gates of New LA have stood strong so far, but they are by no means impregnable. Are you going to try to befriend the monsters outside the gates? The big giant monsters. You know the dog guardian statues to the east? Okay, maybe not. I think we should install one on either side of the gates, thereby warding off beasts with the Buddha's power. Sure? I mean, I would more suggest do something big and scary that the Indigents fear, not something from Earth, but I get the point. I know you would perceive the wisdom of my plan. Then our first step should be researching Eastern texts to learn how these statues are engineered. They're just statues. No, I don't want to know where you're going with this. Oh, yes, engineered. Guardian dogs are powerful defensive weapons that have protected temples since ancient times. They repel invaders by emitting blinding beams of divine light from their mouths. What the hell are you on about? Seems from the look on your face I may have misunderstood their specific defensive capabilities. I'm always looking for ways to harness the power of the Buddha in New LA's benefit. Sadly, I haven't yet found a good way of doing so. Perhaps this sort of thing's not my forte. But it might be yours. Well then, how can we illuminate this city with love, light and love of the Buddha? Fill your heart with love and temples. That's not the way. What? Probably. Oh, just now, as the light cast a halo behind you, I saw a vision of the Buddha upon your face. But of course, that's my answer. The Buddha's path is not about physical things. It's about finding enlightenment within each of us. What a fool I've been. We've never needed such things as lions and dogs and statues. Thank you. I remember this teaching of the Buddha forever, and use it to protect New LA by pulverizing all who would stand against us. And I'll be counting on you to watch over me with that uncanny, Buddha-like gaze.
Look at the stars.
Oh, hello, zombie. Yeah, what are you doing? Been counting ants. Bose told me that when he meditates, he focuses his thoughts on a single thing. Decided to focus on counting ants. Much to my surprise, it has proven to be a profound experience. These ants are every bit as resilient as the ones back on Earth. There wasn't a single ant on the white whale, yet Mira's ants have already found their way here and managed to construct a nest. Wait. Are they actually ants? Or are there alien things that resemble ants? There is a very big distinction. And now these tiny creatures live in this giant city. That's a good point. We've also managed to live among a much larger species since we arrived on Mira. Let's hope that we can continue to survive as ably as our ant friends here.
Man.
Hey, zombie. I was just trying to drill some combat skills into Shingo. We Pathfinders might not be a combat first kind of outfit, but it's not like the Ganglions and the Indigents would just leave us alone. When we do run into trouble, I'd like him to be able to defend himself without having to rely on Satan or Mondo all the time. Shingo's a pretty fast learner. He just lacks experience. How would you train him if he was one of yours? Probably through, like, training. Or not training, sparring. That's the word that literally took me, like, 2 minutes to remember. Or, I was, I guess this is close enough. Great minds think alike, eh? The way I see it, if he runs into enemy outside the city, I won't be able to hold his hand through the fight. So I've got to drill everything I learned down there into him before something happens to one of us. There's a lot to learn. Not stuff I've figured out here on Mira, but lessons from back on Earth as well. All I ask is for him to be able to survive whatever crazy thing happens next. Ultimately, if me or Satan go down, I want to know that Shingo is still able to go on without us. Anyway, so I've got a little carried away there. I should go through, though. Gotta run Shingo through a skill training session. See you around. What is this? Clip, clip, clop. Do you hear that? The footsteps. Is that death creeping up behind you? Or are they your own steps as you ascend the gallows? Either way, each step brings you closer to your own end. The end begins. Good morning. Good morning. What? I am the Blood Lobster, a dead man who crawled his way free from the deepest, blackest pit of hell. But today I am also your guardian angel. But first, a game. See that toy in front of you? Pick it up and throw it as far as you can. Hurry now. If you don't, boom! It's true, it's true. Listen to its heart, and if you don't believe me. Clip, clip, clop. Do you hear that? The footsteps? Is that death creeping up behind you, or are they your own steps as you ascend the gallows? Do you hear it whisper? Click, click, tick tock. Ashes to ashes, and for all of us. Now if you want to live, throw it. I'm the Blood Lobster, Grim Reaper of New LA. You owe your life to me. Humans, Xenos, none of it matters. This rotten ark and everyone on it will end in a wall of fire and pain. No one gets out alive. Do you hear those little heartbeats? I've left 100 of these adorable little presents all around the city. And you're the only one who knows. If you tell another soul, boom. Uh-oh, I hear Death's footsteps getting closer. I'd start running if you hope to beat me to the bang. What? What is this? Recommended level 60? As long as you're you, zombie, the countdown will not stop. Now run and suffer. Dance to the mad tune of your own inexorable failure. I almost forgot to mention something important. I left some of my feisty little babies in places that can only be reached with a scale. If you don't have one yet, it's time to pull up those grown-up pants and get clearance from that idiot commander of yours. That's all for now. Next thing you hear from me will be boom. Don't keep my little babies waiting. Tick-tock, tick-tock. What? I was just coming over here because... how the hell do I get... yeah, that's got to be through here to get to this heart. Okay. That's definitely something I've not encountered before. Anyways, I'll continue what I was doing, and I'll just keep my eyes out for lobsters, I guess? Hello, zombie. I've just been straightening out a ne'er-do-well. Performs no useful function for New LA, yet complains about his lot in life constantly. Therefore, I took it upon myself to set him straight. At the end of my lecture, the young hoodlum attempted to tackle me. I was pleased to see he still had some spirit, but the follow-through was quite lacking. If he continues to scorn the duties that have been assigned to him, then something must be done. I'm considering taking him outside the city on a blade assignment that demonstrates the life or death stakes we're dealing with. What do you think? At the very least, it should give him a renewed appreciation for what it means to live within the high walls of New LA. Sure. I thought you might like it. A man must know himself before he can find meaning in his life. There are many ways a New LA citizen can contribute without ever setting foot on a field of battle. It's It's all about spirit. If we can find a way to get through to him, I believe he can change. So then, what would you consider to be an appropriate first assignment for this delinquent? What? Gather blood. Well, without going outside, he could just be a mediator. Though, because, like, it's very dangerous outside for nobody. Ah, you coddle the man. How could one know who knows no order of his own possibly maintain it for others? That's true. I think I'll give him an interceptor job instead. The experience of risking his life should illuminate all sorts of truths for him. Well, I'm going to bring him to the maintenance center. If the good doctors are able to patch him up, then he'll begin his blade assignment at once. I cannot wait to meet the man he's about to become. He's going to die out there. Okay, let me just check. Are there more lobsters? So they're probably going to be in areas that are not normal footpaths. If I had to guess. A big question is going to be, how far away do they render in from? And where should I be looking? Should I be looking literally everywhere? I wouldn't expect so, but if they're going to be dangerous, like properly dangerous, they should be in places where people generally are.
Hey.
Hey, it's Zombie. I was just asking the nice lady here to pull together some extra first aid kits for us. My next mission could involve run-ins with a pair of tyrants, possibly at the same time. And if we end up in a tough fight, we're likely to suffer multiple injuries. That's hardly something you should be praising me for. I know all of us have a moral duty to serve the whole of humanity. I can't wrap my head around that. Just way too much to process. What I can wrap my head around are the comrades fighting by my side, and I include you in that. So I'm going to do everything I can to aid and protect them. And hopefully, in doing so, I'll be serving humanity as a whole. But let's be honest, I'm not looking too far beyond the friends beside me and the balance in my bank account. And really, looking out for your friends is the least any of us can do.
Small world, huh?
Good morning, Zombie. I think I'd run into you here of all places. I've actually just completed a mission. Oh, it was fine, thank you. It wasn't a very challenging task at all. I performed guard duty for someone doing early morning maintenance on the outer wall. Fortunately, we didn't encounter any indigents. The work was completed without incident. I just stood there like a scarecrow the entire time, so I didn't even accept the reward. Once I've earned enough money to cover the next month's expenses, I decline additional rewards. Previously, I would only save an amount equal to a week's expenses, but Ornella convinced me to save more in case of emergencies. Pursue missions to help others, not for material gain. And for that reason, I prefer to refuse rewards whenever possible. I mean, you should save up money for better gear, so you can do this, you can help more people. Ornella said much the same thing. I agree that it's a good idea to save some money for emergencies. After all, money can solve a lot of problems. It is, as they say, a grand servant and terrible master. As a gardener, I've always been fond of this quote. Money is like manure. It does no good unless you spread it around. And extra money just stinks. It's not actually part of the quote, but I think the spirit is there, at least. Do you know where the reward money for blade missions comes from? In many cases, it's from the pocket of someone who needs help. Once they spend all their money to pay the first reward, then what becomes of them next time? What if they can't afford to pay a reward the next time they're in trouble? That's one of the reasons I refuse rewards, so that the people I've helped will be able to afford help again. But forgive me for blathering on like this. Do not mean to preach. I'm going back to the residential district. I promised Ada I'd meet her there. Ah! Found one! Found one! In all this time, and it wasn't... Okay, so they're going to be literally everywhere, but not at the same time. That was on the ground. I was thinking they might be on roofs, because I haven't been finding any. And, like, if you think about it logically, which, yes, of course, is video game, and logic doesn't necessarily apply, if he's hiding bombs, they should be in places that are harder to access, for people, or less likely for people to accidentally stumble upon.
That's crazy.
What is that? Is this a quest item? Wait, I could see that from a distance. Oh no. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. There's another one over there. Okay, so I'm gonna say that's a good thing. Just being able to... Ooh. So I saw one over here.
Yes. Well...
Okay. I'm not expecting... I'm not planning on finding them all right now. But we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind in a few minutes. That is a lot to find. And a lot of them are going to be, like, in weird places. I would much rather wait a few chapters for being able to fly around in a Skell. Because that should make things a lot easier.
Didn't think I'd see you here.
Fancy meeting you here, zombie. As you can see, I was just having my gun serviced. I've been working with her since we were back on Earth. She knows exactly what I want, and always tunes it to perfection. How about you, zombie? How do you keep your weapons maintained? Sure. Then you're the sort of man people can count on. No wonder the Colonel took you under her wing. Armor is one thing. That just hurts if it fails. The weapons protect the lives of friends and comrades. If you don't keep them in perfect condition, you might not be able to give it your all when your team needs you. Have you heard of the man named Mondo, by the way? Yeah? The name sounds familiar. You guys must have met then. Give Mondo a gun if you want service, and he'll do you better than any mechanic in New LA. Gwyn was so impressed he actually asked to be Mondo's apprentice. So lately, whenever Gwyn has a free moment, he disassembles his weapon and gets to work. I'm sure it's great practice, but, well, it's starting to get weird. Like, when he's done, he always spends a few moments stroking it with the tips of his fingers. And then, he licks it. It's maybe the most revolting thing I've ever seen. So next time you run into Gwyn, tell him not to be such a creepo, alright? Over here, back away from the majority of the work, but also not super hidden. Oh, and there's another one up there. Okay, that's good. But I'm finding these, I mean. Like, on some... Ooh, okay. Oh, do I see it? No, that's actually just a paint job. Which, it makes this even harder to find these. Zombie, you're just in time. You have to save me. These women are farting all over me. I don't know what to do. No, don't say anything. It's not that bad. Just, look, I know they mean well. I mean, they invite me out for cake and they ask me to go on picnics. They're always wanting to go out on long drives or to catch a movie together. That's really sweet and all, but I can't possibly do all that stuff on a single day off. I just made a mission out of it. Yeah, you're probably right. If I could pick just one, I might actually be able to enjoy it. Well, cake is always nice, but picnic also sounds pretty great right about now. Bet going for a nice drive would be fun, and I always enjoy a good movie. Wait, I know. I'll invite everyone on an adventure to go search for one of those great picnic spots we keep hearing about. We can drive there in my Skell, eat some cake, and relax under the sun. Then come back home and catch the latest kaiju flick before we crash. It'll be perfect. Wait, kaiju movies feel very strange choice, considering we're out fighting giant monsters all the time. Very strange choice. Surely I'm not about to fight or find all of these lobsters, right? Surely not. There's one up there. Like, this isn't something you're meant to do in a single sitting. You're meant to pick up the quest early and complete it slowly over the course of the entire game. Surely, because it says it recommended level 60. Which in the base original game was max level. Unless I'm remembering that wrong. So it's very unreasonable to expect someone to do
You here?
all right now. And surely I should stop myself from doing that. No, this is awful. There's definitely going to be some little crevices like this. Surely. And there's so many of them in this. No. There's one on top of this thing. Okay. Let me get my scale. Yeah, because I can jump off the water with this. And you can pick them up from quite the distance. So this does make things a lot easier. There's one over here. Somewhere, yep. Grab that. Let me quickly scour the bottom areas. Sure. There's one. Right over here. Good. Oh, there's one right here. There's a lot of them down here. Which makes sense. If this stuff blows up, lots of the city could potentially come crashing down. Okay, I'm gonna say that I think I found them all down here. Because I don't see any more. I could be wrong, but I don't see any at the moment. And there's one up there, which is pretty easy to get to. This one's very easy to spot normally. I thought I saw one over here. I did. Okay. There's one over here. Let me zoom out a little bit more so I can see farther past the skull. There's one in this backyard, I think. Yes. Oh, I saw one over here. Okay, I can see them from a pretty good distance. Virtual tourism specialist. That's nice. How many? Okay, I am kind of close to maxing it out. There's one in this little park over here. Am I really going to go find these all right now? There's one right here. I already have 19 of 99. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but at the same time kind of is a fast start. You know what? I think I'm just going to clear out one more area. And that is the man on ship. I don't need to do it in this. Ooh, there's one up here. Yeah, it's gonna be on the wings. A lot of them on the wings. Yeah, I guess I'll do that part first and inside. No, the inside should be first. But I don't really want to get. I don't know if this will fit necessarily, and it's not very necessary to do that either. Hello. It's a heart up here, and I didn't even. I almost forgot about the hearts.
Man.
Oh man, perfect timing, zombie. Came here to make a request to the Manon regarding the hangars, but as you can see, I've been kind of detained. It's like they've never seen a Pathfinder before. They just keep asking one tedious question after the next about Frontier Nav. I'd really like to cut this short and get back to work, but I can't get a goddamn word in edgewise. What would you do if it were you? Flee? Yeah, try to give them some pizza. Yeah, that's a great idea and all, but it's not like I've got grenade pizza in my back pocket. Plus, if I tried to lead this throng down to the commercial district to buy one, I'd just be dragging this thing out even longer. Times like this, I can't help but have second thoughts about sharing our city with a bunch of xenoforms. How do you feel about it? I mean, I could see both ways, sure. Yeah, it has been all lollipops and unicorns, that's for sure. We got into a lot of advanced technology, but the Xenos have subjected us to plenty of danger too. I know it's glib to say we'd have been better off if we'd never met each other, but there is some truth to that. Still, that doesn't mean there's any point in crying over spilled milk. I have to do what I can to help us move forward. Looks like the Manon have calmed down since we started talking. This may be my chance to slip back into the administrative district. I'll see you around, zombie.
Fascinating, right?
See, I can see there being lobsters in here because the Manon, yes, they would probably, like, not realize the danger right away because it's so low tech, I guess. And they would be interested in it. There's one way down there. And one up here. Oh my. Can I even get up there easily? Whoop. Yes. Gotcha. So they might be just interested in him and keep them around. Or maybe they just won't notice. There's one right here. I thought there was one over... Yeah, there's okay, they're two kind of near each other. 23 of 9. I'm not really about to go get them all right.
Listen, alright?
I really think I shouldn't. And I just have to stop myself from doing it. Because the last few are going to be obnoxious. Okay, I think I could safely say that there's no more lobsters in the man-on ship. But are there any on the outer wall? Probably, to be fair. Aha! There is one. Up here on an elevator. Yes, I went all the way around, basically, to find exactly one. So I don't think they are as like almost out of boundsy areas as I would have expected, which should make finding them a lot easier. But I'm wanting to do that right now. Back here in this corner. Grab one. Oh! I didn't even see one there. But I picked one up. Sure. Oh, there's one in the middle of this roof. Oh, is that one in the parking lot right here? Yeah. I picked up another one right between these two roof things. Almost a third of them. And I've basically been everywhere. Main reason I didn't want to do this right now. There's one on this. Okay. Oh, there's one on top of this roof.